Do you remember how the authorities dealt with COVID? In 1897, Pune was ravaged by a deadly plague that swept through the city. But it wasn't the disease that was killing our people. It was the so-called British cure. W.C. Rand, the British officer, had turned Pune into a fortress of fear, a prison for its people. His officers raided homes in the middle of the night. Women were dragged out mercilessly from their rooms. Temples were desecrated. Families were humiliated in unspeakable ways, all in the name of plague inspection. What Rand unleashed was not medicine, it was tyranny of the most vile sort. Most remained silent. But it was at this time that three young men stepped up to do what most wouldn't ever even dream of. These men were brothers, born into a poor priest family, raised on tales of Shivaji Maharaj, minds lit by patriotism, heart ignited by rage. Sri Damodar, Sri Balakrishna, Sri Vasudeva, the Chapekar brothers. They had had enough. They didn't wait for a leader or for permission. They didn't write petitions. They simply made their move, a move that would define history. On 22nd June 1897, even as the British celebrated Queen Victoria's Jubilee, two of the brothers stood in the shadows outside the government house, guns in their hands, fire in their eyes. Rand and his military aide walked out smug and unaware. In seconds, justice was served by Indian hands without apology. The empire was stunned. This wasn't protest, this was resistance. But the charge for freedom demands a price. Now the brothers knew that there would be a price to pay and that it would be severe, but yet they embraced it. Sri Damodar was caught. The British hanged him. Sri Balakrishna was hunted. He too was hanged. Sri Vasudeva, only 19, the youngest brother, still burning with fury, following a furious manhunt, was finally surrounded by the British. Rather than submit, he went down fighting. No last words were recorded, no parades were held for them, no textbooks remembered them. But you must remember this. They were amongst the first revolutionaries of modern India, years before Sri Bhagat Singh, before Gandhiji's Satyagraha, before Dandi, before Quit India. The Chapekar brothers lit that first flame. They were not just martyrs, they were the beginning of resistance, of revolution, of freedom. And we must never forget that freedom was not given to us. It was taken by the brave, by heroes like the Chapekar brothers.